Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Medina. So today we're going to be talking about journaling. Journaling. I know you've heard journaling so many times. Somebody might have mentioned it to you. You might have come across it somewhere, and you might be practicing journaling. Either ways, I'm still going to talk about it because I know how important journaling is. So first, I want us to really look deep into journaling. Journaling is a practice that has so much benefit. It has a lot of benefits, it has a lot of impact on our mental health. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but sure, it does. You might be thinking, is it not just like writing things down? But it does a lot. It goes a long way. It helps with mental clarity. If you are constantly having mental fog, this is definitely going to work for you. And if you are somebody who is so passionate about your growth, tracking your growth, and you know, like just like monitoring everything, and you're observing yourself as a person, journaling is very, very important for you. No matter how old you are, journaling is very, very important, and it is effective in managing our wellness. So now, a lot of people don't know how to journal, and a lot of people think journaling is like it requires and some kind of techniques, or it's something very complex. No, journaling is not complex. In fact, there is no perfect way to journaling. You can do it any way that suits you. Exactly. The thing is just that we are like the thing is we want to have the same end result. So how you do it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, there are some steps you can take if at all you find yourself in a space where you don't know how to journal at all. So I'm going to be giving you a few steps to help you kickstart your journaling journey, because journaling is very important. And I will recommend that you journal. I have been journaling now for like consecutively for like 2 years. And I want to tell you, journaling is one of the most life-changing thing I have ever done. Yes. Yes. And funny thing is, you don't even need something special. Is It's not like you need to get like a very superficial journal, or you need to get a very fancy or expensive journal before you can journal. No, in fact, you can get a notebook. Like I personally, till now, I do not have like a fancy journal. I'm literally using a book. Yes, like, let me show you what that looks like. Yeah, this is it. Like, I'm using a notebook, and I have been using this. I think this is actually the second one. I've really gone far, but they have different functions. So, and these have been using it quite January 2024. So it does. I can really, as you can see, in fact, like it was like a souvenir from from a party. So you don't need something fancy before you can start to journal. That's just the essence of this. That's what I want you to know. And I will give you my own techniques. I personally use, like you can see, I have two books, and they function differently. This one, I use it for like manifestations and affirmations. I use this for my healing and all of that, like work and tracking. You understand? But you can use just one journal. Like maybe as time goes on, you might want to like spice things up, but basically you only need a book. You can see I've been journaling for like 2 years now. I do not have a fancy journal. I'm using a souvenir. This is also a souvenir. So I do not have a fancy journal, so you don't need to have a fancy journal before you can start journaling. So get a book, get a pen. I have a pen. I think I removed it. I have a pen. I usually talk here after using it. So I think I dropped it when I wanted to pick the book. So you just need a pen and a book. And one thing you need to know when you want to journal is that you are writing down what you have in you, the thoughts that come through your head, the things you have piled up in your body that you necessarily don't say to people. Yes, like majorly things you wouldn't just sit somebody down and start telling them. Do you get it? Yes, basically there are some things you might like, there are some things you might have tell people you still want to put down, like this is going to be like a final destination, if I would say. Like it's just like a final destination, like all the things that I know that I have piled up in me, that has been like thoughts that I've been thinking about and ruminating about. This is a safe space. So I personally call journal a safe space. Yes, because even things I can, because if you have somebody you talk to, there is still limitation to how long you can hold them down and start telling them things. And in fact, there are some people like you can't tell them too much. But when it comes to journal, there is no duration. It is a safe space. Yes, it is a home. So you can literally put down anything you want to put down. You can write them down, put them down. And another thing you need to know is that your handwriting doesn't need to be fancy. Your book doesn't have to be decorated, except you really want to make it look like that. It doesn't have to be decorated. In fact, you don't need to write perfect words. You just need to get those thoughts, those words out of your mind. I hope you're getting me. You don't need to start designing your books and you don't need to, except you want to. So, number one, you look for a book, not necessarily a fancy one. A book, it might be a souvenir, a journal, a jotter, anything. Get a pen. Then you don't need to design. Just write with flow. Thought thing you have. This is like a safe space. It's like home. You just dumping. Your journal is supposed to be your dumping ground. You're just dumping whatsoever, just dumping it on it. In fact, like now, like there are some things I've written in my journal that I just come back to and I laugh. And there are some things I come back to, I read them and I feel, oh, really, I've really been here. So that's just it. That's it. So no matter what you're using your journal for, no matter what you're using it for, like just like me, I told you I have two journals and they have two different functions. No matter what you're using your journal for, the basic thing is that you have to dump your mind. Like just dump it how you're thinking it, how it comes to your mind, how you see it, view, like how everything is. Just write it there. Exactly. So, and this I have been doing it every day. I've been doing it every day for like January 2024 till now. I think that's like close to 2 years. Yeah, I became consistent in 2024, right? Yeah, I've been doing it before, but 2024 I took it so seriously, and like yeah. And well, I'm planning to get a very fancy journal now, because journaling is becoming part of my life. It's part of my routine. It's part of things that I can't do without. Even when I travel, I go along with this. If I can't go along with it, I have a short, I don't know where that one is. I have a very short book, very short jotter. It's just like here that I take along. I just like write everything there. So, and when it comes to timing, anytime that is comfortable for you, anytime you feel good, it might be when you wake up in the morning, might be when you're going to bed, might be when you come back from work, anytime. But I personally I prefer to do it in the morning when I wake up after I like meditating. I just like journal, or where, and sometimes I do it twice, and I do it just once when you're going back to school, when you're going back to bed rather. So, and also your journal, like you should write things you can write there. I told you, anything that comes to your mind that like feels like clustering your mind, like thoughts, things you can see out. This is your home, this is your safe space. Also, you can write how your day went, how everything was, if it was interesting, if you have encountered one or two things you don't like. Your journal is always there for you. You can write it there. And if there is something you are looking for, maybe like you're exploring, okay, you're like manifesting, you're looking forward to the future, this is what I want, this is you, like you can put it down in your journal. You can put it there in your journal. So I think to make everything easy, I'm going to create a journal prompt. Maybe okay, I don't know, maybe when I create a journal prompt, I'll just like let you know, and it should be accessible. So thank you for watching this video to the end. If you have any question or any addition, you can let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like, give it a thumbs up, and share with your loved ones. So bye till next time.